Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I'm going to do something really weird. I'm going to talk about two totally different things. I'm going to talk about the cattle die-off. There's a lot of cattle have died recently in Kansas due to climate change and the excessive heat, what they call a perfect storm of climate change conditions. And somebody called the official Derek Gates, a post he put up. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And then I want to switch over to a story about a lemon that refused to be cut and the multiverse. Okay, stick with me here. Okay, originally I was going to talk about, it was kind of a continuation from yesterday's video. Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about how climate change is supposedly, she thinks it's good for people. It creates more food. Okay, so today it was kind of a continuation on that. I came across an Instagram post. The link will be down below. The official Derek Gates, I think he's some kind of reverend or something. And there's been a cattle die-off in Kansas, I think some in Iowa, California. Originally it was 2,000 head, then it was 4,000. I think it's up to 10,000 cattle. Okay, so this official Derek Gates on Instagram has this creepy music playing, Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson. It shows all the cattle with their legs up in the air. Ooh, there's a conspiracy afoot. It must be Bill Gates trying to feed us his fake meat. All right, so it's just, you know what? I went to it and I went down through the comments, and I don't usually put negative comments. I tried to stop doing that, and I had to put a comment that I'm just ashamed to share the title of American with people that believe this stuff. So I looked a little into this, and there's a perfect storm of conditions. Kansas has like 2.4 million head of cattle. Okay, so 10,000, I mean, it's a fraction of the total. And every year they have cattle that succumb to heat exhaustion. But this year there's a perfect storm with high humidity. The heat did not dissipate. It came on quicker than usual in May. It did not dissipate at night like it usually did. It only went down to about 80 degrees, and the wind, usually there's some wind. There was no wind, so the cattle had no way. The heat built up in the cattle. I forgot the word they used. And I came across, if the people that were talking about all these conspiracy theories about Bill Gates, if they had just taken 2 seconds, even the farmers from Kansas and Iowa and everything are talking about climate change and the heat, and that's what killed the cattle. But if you go to this official Derek Gates, it's all because one of them says, geez, it's kind of funny how we didn't have this back in the last administration. They think that Joe Biden is poisoning cattle so that Bill Gates will feed people fake meat. And I don't usually put negative comments, but it's just too much. So one of the people commented, geez, it's kind of funny we didn't have this with the last administration. And I thought about that. No, we didn't. We just had a worldwide pandemic with losing millions of people, with the most people being lost in the United States due to incompetence. So yeah, I guess, cattle wasn't as big as an issue during the last administration with people being... Anyway, okay, what I really want to talk about is there's another interesting post. I'm going to have the link to this down below. It's a girl in a restaurant slicing lemons, okay? And she takes the lemon out, she slices it in half, then she slices it into quarters, right? She turns around, she turns back, and the lemon, she goes to pick it up, and she looks at it, and the lemon wasn't cut. So there's all these theories about a glitch in the Matrix and all this stuff. And I love this. I love so there's people that believe her, people that don't believe her. To me, like you guys know, I'm a pretty good judge of character. I consider myself a pretty good judge of character, and I think she's telling the truth. I do. I have no explanation for this. Like I said, I love reading this stuff, physics, the split screen experiment. And it's kind of funny that this story came up today, because just yesterday, I do a lot of deep thinking when I'm out on my bike and when I'm walking, and just yesterday, there was some noise up above, like a plane. I'm on the flight path of Bradley Airport here. And there was something, it looked like a triangle going over, and I started thinking of UFOs. And I started thinking about UFOs probably not being from another solar system or another galaxy, that they're probably interdimensional. And I started thinking about the split screen thing and multiverses. Multiverses being, like infinite universes. And I started thinking that if there's infinite universes, then it has to be, it's a sure bet that one of these universes came up with some way to travel between universes. If there's infinite possibilities, then that has to be one of the possibilities, that one of these universes is traveling in between universes. And if that's happened, then there's a series of universes that must have this technology to travel between interdimensional. It's pretty deep stuff, right? Anyway, I know I'm way off track. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. The video of the girl cutting the lemon and then the lemon putting itself back together, it'll be down below, along with Derek Gates and his ridiculous idea that Joe Biden is poisoning cattle to get Joe Biden's poisoning cattle to get Bill Gates' fake food. I don't know. Anyway, the links are down below. You guys have a great Thursday.